How are you doing, Gavin?
Fine, thank you.
All right, there you go. Do you guys want to start the podcast?
I thought that was a sufficient answer, Gavin. That was
I agree.
perfect.
I don't know why that was a weird reaction.
Yeah,
guys-
Geoff.
Yeah.
I what was weird about my reaction? I just laughed. You guys are comedians being funny. Shouldn't I laugh?
Wait,
Don't
who's
laugh.
being weird,
Don't
me or
laugh.
Geoff?
I think he's saying I'm being weird because I laughed at because I think that you guys are entertaining.
There was a tone of Gavin's in a bad mood by Geoff with that laugh.
I don't think Gavin's in a bad mood at all. I think Gavin seemed. I just spent like 2 hours playing video games with him. Gavin was
Yeah.
great. What are you talking about?
Perfect afternoon so far.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's what the tone that was delivered.
So far.
Not that was intentional, but that is how it kind of came across to me.
I feel like if anybody's in a bad mood, it's probably the one who's pointing fingers at other people for being in. Bad
I'm in a
moods, if
great
I'm being
mood.
honest with you.
I had a
I know
20-minute
Gavin
nap
is.
between our gear session. I was in the
Ah.
Discord the whole time for it.
Is it a bad mood finger pointer?
Seems
No, I don't think so. I'm just
we
happy.
haven't even started a podcast yet, and Andrew's already pointing.
start
fingers.
it.
All right, should we get to it?
I think Nick's in a bad mood.
What?
No, we fed him this morning for 100% eat. He's in a great mood.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. My name is Geoff Ramsey, and with me, as always, Andrew Panton, Gavin Free, Nick Schwartz, and Eric Badur. This is episode 5, which
I know
is
a lot more about water.
like
I
episode
get it.
209 or something, maybe? I don't know. Who can tell?
I've learned a thing or two.
Yeah, do you want to go into it? Do you want to tell us everything you learned?
Well, I figured it out. I mean, you guys gave a good helping hand last episode. I really pieced it together later myself when I equated it to electricity. Just because, like, the electricity, it's always going. If I flip the switch, then I use it, but it's always there. It's not like I'm creating electricity when I flip the switch. Much like water. Water's always going. It's always on the move. Just because I have the thing twisted doesn't mean I'm creating water. It's just I'm pulling from a resource.
You thought you were inventing
You thought
water
you were
out of thin
creating
air?
water?
Like alchemy?
Well, no, just like I thought, if I had the thing twisted, I was pulling from the water supply. That wasn't like I was initiating water being created, essentially. I guess, yeah. Not that I was creating water, but like I was initiating a pull for water.
Like you were requesting water and it was being sent over.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
And
you were
like-
like, you requisitioned water and then they delivered it, is what you.
Yeah, but that's not how that worked. It's a bunch of doors and it's always actually moving, much
Yeah.
like electricity. It's always going. I just flip the switch to tap into what's already there. Not that I am actually creating electricity.
You know what as well?
What?
Gas.
Oh, I can't see it, so I don't want to even get into that.
You know what we are creating is magic with this bit.
It's not even a bit.
That's
I
not
was
a
just
bit
saying.
because Andrew didn't know how
Genuinely
water came.
doesn't.
No, I learned a lot about water last week, and I just wanted to give an update that I feel like I got my brain around it. I'm
And
all
I
good.
think we all learned don't drink the hot tap.
Certainly not if you're
I
in
guess
the
you're
UK.
kind of right about that from what I've
Yeah.
seen from people posting and stuff in reaction to that episode.
Apparently, in a lot of places, you're drinking rust, dust, and rat shit.
Yeah, those
Well,
places are third world countries called the United Kingdom, unfortunately. What do you guys want to talk about today?
I mean, I have all sorts of things I could talk
I do
about. I got
too.
notes. I learned something. You know, can I extend? I'm learning all sorts of things. I learned that opera music, they're actually saying stuff, and that blew my mind. I had no idea.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Do you think it was fucking sounds? Do you think it was like
I
religious
thought
snake
that it was a
charmers? Just
visual
like,
storytelling medium, and then they were just like making emotional noises as sort of. I've never really thought
Noises
about
that
opera that much.
everyone mimicked exactly.
I didn't pursue opera, okay? So I don't have a large breadth of knowledge when it comes to it. I think my biggest exposure to
Mostly
it
Italian, I think.
was
isn't it?
Hitman, Blood Money. There's an opera level. But whenever you hear opera in a thing, they're just always going like, what? And I just thought that those were noises. I didn't know that you could translate that.
Just a foreign language, dude.
It's
What you just
crazy.
did to go, yeah, man, they sound like this.
What
They're
am
just in their-
I went over to Italy and they were just like, oh, blah, 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 pizza.
I've never seen an English opera. I wish you could see my face when I was watching Philadelphia for the first time. And that's how I learned this. There's a scene in that movie where Tom Hanks is playing opera for Denzel Washington, and he starts saying what is being sung in English, what the meaning is, and it fucking blew my mind. Couldn't believe it.
You know what?
It made me want to get more into opera because it seemed like there was quite a bit going on there as far as the story.
Like a story. Yeah.
Yeah, but why isn't there English? Is there English opera?
Sure.
Really? Why is it always like just Italian people going?
I mean, I think they invented it, and that's where it's most popular.
Okay.
Can I just say thank you, Andrew?
That's opera.
Thank you, man.
Like,
I don't think you could be closer to racism without going all the way in.
No, I just thought I didn't know because it's so loud.
I wasn't going to say anything, but you're totally right, Gavin.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Oh, man. Anyway.
I'm not stereotyping that. I just didn't know.
You just keep doing an impression. You go, yeah, it's not helping your case.
Does it not sound like opera?
No.
It sounds like sort of like 5 rows back from me at a football game.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That last one did. I'll agree with that. Seen anybody? It just...
Is this what it sounds like to hang out with your grandpa, Gavin?
It's like being back at home.
This is the deleted scenes of that Skype commercial. It's the real shit.
They kept them to get to stop singing.
So anyway, I'm sure there are other people out there like me that didn't know that opera was words.
All right, let's get a poll going.
Yeah. How many minds did Andrew just blow in the way that he thinks he blew them?
We should just put up a poll that says, what language is opera, Italian, or blah, 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 blah?
Is is opera language or noise?
That implies that I had an understanding it was language at all. As I said, I thought it was just supposed to be like emotional noises.
What's the most emotional noise you've heard?
That sounds like you're singing La Bamba.
Oh, you're my favorite.
Yeah.
That's pretty special, man. That's pretty.
I know it's special.
Pretty
I just learned that there's a whole fucking story to all these songs. I can go back. I can figure it out. I can learn what these are. I want to know what's happening in the Hitman Blood Money level. I want to know what those words are.
That when you like swap the gun and he shoots the guy?
You could, yeah. It's like a World War II thing or something where it's you can swap the pistol and have them accidentally kill him on stage while they're performing. And then you could drop the chandelier on the guy when he's running over to be, oh my God, to react to it. I'd never even crossed my mind that there was a thing to translate there, but I need to go do that. And that's what I learned. I don't think I learned anything else. I had a question. When does the trail cease to be a trail? When do you just have a nut mix? What is the requirement of the trail for the trail mix?
So when you don't lead off with you're talking about trail mix, it sounds like you're talking about a trail.
Oh.
Like, how wide does a trail get before it's a road?
Right, that's what I thought he was getting at.
And then he said,
he went, wait, what if it's just nuts?
Well, I think that's got to be what it's from. It's got to be from people on trails.
Well, yeah. That's how it was invented. It's
Yeah.
like safe food to take with you on the trail that you can eat to get boosts of energy. But trail mix, it's like saying when is ice cream not ice cream? It's as long as it exists, it's trail mix.
But there's nut mixes that are certainly not trail mix, or is it all trail mix?
Oh, I see.
So if it's just a bowl of nuts, that's not trail mix. There has to be other stuff.
Like if you take out croutons, is it still a Caesar salad?
Yeah.
Is it just lettuce and
Is
chicken?
it just lettuce? Well, yeah. I feel like the dressing probably plays a big role there. But I was eating just the M&Ms out of my trail mix the other day, and I devoured them.
I don't think M&Ms were originally a part of trail mix.
Also, if you're just eating the M&Ms out of your trail mix, you're just eating M&Ms.
That's the dilemma. But there were I wasn't though. It was trail mix.
I don't think there's any hard and fast rule. It just says as long as you're adding equal parts of nuts, seeds, and dried fruit, you're probably good. And then maybe a half part of chocolate chips. It's kind of like whatever you make it, I guess.
That's fair. I was just curious if you guys had opinions because I wasn't sure what I was eating at that point. Once I finished all the chocolate, I was like, "Is this just a nut mix?" We got raisins in the blend.
No,
is
it's
that
just,
enough?
It's just what's left of the trail mix.
What's a better mix, trail or Bombay?
What's a Bombay mix?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, man. It's so good, the Bombay mix.
I don't trust it. If I don't know what it is and you're saying it's good,
You don't trust the freaking shotgun in Gears of War.
I don't trust a lot of things.
Oh, this is like the weird trail mix where it's got like the other.
Oh.
I got you. I've seen.
I don't think you're allowed to
Yeah,
call
I've
Bombay
seen
mix
this.
weird trail mix either. This is just so culturally
that's
insensitive.
being offensive.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's great.
this is good in a totally different way. Like I wouldn't have said.
I'd rather have trail mix than that, but it is good.
Yeah. Like there's no M&Ms in this, so what's the point, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Nick
like-
just said it's fine. What does that mean?
Oof.
What do you mean?
Ooh, I don't
fine?
think he likes it.
It's fine. It's not as good as regular trail mix.
It's like spicy trail mix. It's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm on the trail though. It's going to be hot.
I don't see any raisins.
Yeah.
I don't see any chocolate.
Yeah,
Where's my sugar?
like
I don't want raisins in anything, to be honest.
really, you're not a raisin guy
It's
at
a
all.
Big
Nah.
part of trail mix, though.
Is it?
I guess this is savory trail mix, and I could get behind that.
Seems weird to have something hot and spicy when you're on a hike.
I think Bits and Bites is probably my preferred savory trail mix. Yeah, is that a Canadian thing?
You have to post it. We're like
so,
6 bags away
bits-
from having a trail off.
Bits
let's
and
not do
Bites is you got the squares, you got the pretzel sticks, you got the Cheerios, and you got little cheese sticks. Thank
Bits
you,
and
Nick.
bites.
Yeah, there's different
There's
variations of
breakfast
it.
in there.
Oh my god. It's a cereal.
It's just like it's probably the stuff that fell off the conveyor belt of the cereal factory.
No, it's the move is
It's a bag of leftovers.
delicious leftovers. First of all, leftovers are great. I just want to say that. I feel like that was said in a negative tone. It's you can do a lot of good things with leftovers. But the move with the Bits and Bites is you get the pretzel stick and then you cover it in the Cheerios. You fill it, you circle it so it's end to end Cheerio, and then you bite into that, and that's the spot. That's the move. I can't believe y'all didn't have Bits and Bites.
I wonder if it's called Mumbai Mix now.
You think they rebranded?
I don't know. It's not Bombay anymore, is it? We
So
laughed
do
at
Is
it.
there a candy equivalent to
this
trail
is
mix?
this is the culturally insensitive episode. I have found something called Mumbai Mix, but it's not prevalent.
Huh.
Yeah. The most are Bombay Mix, sorry.
I wonder if you're ahead of the curve on that, Gavin, or if it's just never gonna be.
Yeah, I was just asking a genuine question.
Andrew, you were saying what's the candy equivalent to the trail mix? Is that right?
I was curious if there is a candy trail mix.
Have you seen candy salad?
Oh yeah, I've seen
my
those.
God.
Yeah, people making those.
Oh, it's like half of my worms and dirt.
I don't understand so you make the candy salad. How do you then distribute the candy salad?
Salad tongs.
Like this big spoon.
Ooh.
But it's
How do you distribute
first of all,
salad?
I hate that. I hate that so much. That
Would you prefer like a chocolate tongue?
I just don't want your fingers in my
The
fruit.
fingers are on the bowl.
There's no fingers in the candy.
Look at that thumb. Anyone who can see the,
The
image
thumb
of the
not
show,
touching
that
candy?
that
gotta
thumb
thumb the
is on
rim.
the inside, and they are scooping that way. You cannot tell me that thumb is not getting in the mix.
I mean, they should be using another spoon,
Yeah.
but I think that's fine.
My issue is not necessarily what I meant is whenever I see these, there's 50 pounds of candy that they put into an open dish, And then it's like, what are you going to do with it? Also, it's just layered in a way that you're not going to enjoy a mix of everybody's thing. You're just doing one section at a time. It is not like a variety. Where I feel like the joy of a trail mix is you get a little bit of peanut, get a little bit of cashew.
Well, that's just depending on how it's mixed.
I'm just telling you that
If you
the way
toss
I've
your
seen
candy
it-
salad, it's probably fine.
Do you toss your candy salad, Gavin?
You're complaining about this with all the same issues that a regular salad has that we've solved hundreds of years ago by tossing it. It's just
But a
it's no
salad-
different than a salad. Use the same salad tongs,
No.
and to just mix it up.
Not even salad, just
No.
mixing. It's the concept
just
of
anything.
mixing.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I'm dealing with a bunch of candy amateurs over here, is
Oh
what it
my
sounds like.
God.
You try mixing that gummy bowl. Good luck.
Give me that bowl. I'll mix
With
that.
tongs, easily. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll get you it could have mixed.
No, it is. You do not. It is hard to mix a bowl of heavy gummy. I think you're greatly.
You're insane.
Great. It's gonna stick to each other. It's not gonna want like a salad. You can just throw that lettuce around and it bounces and different things hit it. Gummies have weight to them and they're hard to mix around.
I could mix that so well.
So
No, you
easy.
couldn't. Next episode, bring the clip. You love bringing clips. Bring me a clip of you mixing a big bowl of
I don't want
candy.
to buy all that junk. I hate eating it. It's just going to be wasted.
Oh,
What if I
yeah.
toss it and I give it to Geoff?
I can't eat any of that shit anymore. I gotta take care of these teeth.
Yeah, Nick, Eric, you want to eat my tossed
Nick's-
salad?
Nick's okay. There's got we have
What?
to stop saying that.
Nick has a
No,
kid.
that makes sense.
What?
Nick's gotta think of
You
his
have a
future.
kid. Nick. Your kid would love this. Come on, a kid would love a candy salad.
Yeah, and he must be protected from this.
Yeah, it's an abomination.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if
I would be
Nick's kid has this, he'll become Nick, and Nick has to do everything he can to stop that.
He'll
Yeah.
wake up tomorrow morning with monkey
Dude.
ears.
Oh no! Average your
never-
eyes, my boy.
I never thought about Nick being like a fucking werewolf. Like something happened to him at some point, and he's been cursed by this.
Is that not the
There's-
canon of 100% eat? Like Nick eats the food and becomes the monkey? Or is he just showing up as... I assume it was some sort of transformation. Like barbecue fueled monkeyism.
No, that's literally Nick is just a man in a mask. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's why we always made sure when we made merch, you always have to be able to see his human eyes because you have to remember there's a man in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
A weird man.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. So, Geoff, you tossing any salads or what's going on?
Yeah, I want to know Jeff's favorite trail mix. What do we got in there?
Oh, I don't give a shit. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care that much one way or the other about trail mix. It's hard for me to muster up even the pretend enthusiasm. I don't really give a shit about chocolate chips, so I guess I'd go butterscotch because I like that a little bit
Okay.
better. I like
that, like a
raisins,
crunchy?
any kind of raisin. I'd actually over-index on raisins. I take the raisins nobody else wants. Sunflower seeds. Maybe some pumpkin seeds, and then any form of nut. I don't like cashews. Any other nut. Definitely
Really?
peanuts.
Okay.
People fuck up and don't put enough peanuts.
You don't like cashews?
Nah, cashews are boring to me. It's a bottom tier nut.
What about a pistachio?
I like pistachios. I like all nuts but cashews.
Cashews are a treat to me.
Cashews
They
suck.
are, yeah, they're delicious.
Nah,
I love
cashews is
that.
like I'm not into it.
I like your trail mix.
They're like a creamy nut.
They are a creamy nut.
Yeah, it's just like what you get on American Airlines flights when you want real nuts. I hate it.
You gonna have your creamy nut salad toss, Gavin? Is that what we're getting at? We're writing some smut.
Okay. All right. This is a
We get
fucking
some smut in here?
episode.
There's a certain era that we're heading back towards that I don't want to. Hey, you know what might happen this month or next month?
What?
It might be coming home.
Oh,
Do you really?
coming
Are we
home?
gonna? Oh, here's the thing. I want to ask you to do a stream of that again, but also I want you to be able to enjoy the thing that you want to enjoy and not have to
Well-
monetize everything that we do.
We could all watch it together.
I would love.
I
to
would
watch it
love.
with you.
I would love to watch that with you. I would love to.
When is it?
I think the final's going to be in July.
Oof, that's a bad month for me. Let's see.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'll get him to move it.
No. Yeah, I hope it comes home, and I hope it comes home for the Celtics too, who I'm gonna go see play this weekend for the NBA.
That's
Finals.
crazy, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
When I was in England just now, I promised I promised my family if England won the Euros, I'd move back to England.
You're insane. What are you doing?
Okay.
Welch on
Well,
that,
no,
buddy.
well, no. Here. Is there a statute? Limitations on that? When do you have to do that?
Like when do I have
you
to
can
make
do
the
it
move?
50 years from now, right? Like, and you're still
Yeah,
fulfilling the obligation.
I wasn't specific on timeline, I guess, but
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
I did.
I feel like that changes nothing.
I did shake on it.
Legally binding now.
Who did you make this bet with? What's the other half of the bet?
Yeah, what do you win?
Yeah, what do you win?
He's not allowed
There's
to ever
nothing.
visit again if they lose.
I've gone about this the wrong way. I just made a bet with my siblings and my family.
What's the
and all
name?
that.
What's their team again?
How about
England.
this? You tell your brother you'll move back to England when he does.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining you and your family dining room cutting a Chael Sonnen promo against England. England, you absolutely suck. You win. I move back here. You lose. I'll never
Apparently-
visit again.
Apparently the odds are pretty good though. It's like a really strong team.
I don't think it matters based on what you've said.
I'm gonna have to record this at 9 p.m. every Thursday.
Oh my God.
God, we have to find another British person. Eric, can you put an ad in the? I don't know. Do we put Craigslist? I guess. Do people still do that?
Is that where you want me to put it? You want me to put an ad for a British person in Craigslist?
or like Indeed? Do people use Indeed? Is that what we do? Monster.com? How do you do it?
Why don't we just shoot Toad in the hole first, and then you'll get some contact.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
okay,
have
there
to
you
try
go.
some different British
That's a
people
great
on, and
idea.
then whoever Gavin hates the most for being British will have as our new British person.
What's James Buckley up to? Can we get him?
He's a busy guy.
Do people still use Craigslist?
I think
If
so.
you need to buy a used car or some shitty furniture, I think that's it.
I've been on a Denzel Washington movie kick where I just have been putting his name into streaming services and then watching whatever pops up. And the end, I had never seen any of the Equalizer films. And the end of the first Equalizer sets up him becoming a crime fighter through Craigslist. And I thought that was fucking insane. Like I feel like, and I could be completely wrong, that Craigslist is not nearly as like a known thing anymore, or is used. And I may be feeling that way because of how shitty the UI and just design of that website is. But he was like, he made an ad on Craigslist that was like, hey, you need help? And the person's like, yeah, I need help. And it ends with him replying like, I got you, bro. And then they wrap it up. And they never address it again. It doesn't come up. He has a new system in the second film.
But when did that movie come out?
That's a great question. Maybe like 2010-ish?
Well, there you go. That's the age of Craigslist.
Yeah.
Really? I thought the age of Craigslist was like 2000.
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I found
No.
I found like the first like house that I moved out to on Craigslist, the car that I bought on Craigslist, the other car
Oh,
that I
wow.
bought on Craigslist.
In,
yeah.
Okay, it was
in
2014.
2000, we were just starting to switch from alt.binaries.austin.for-sale or whatever on on news groups over to Craigslist. We were just making the transition.
I think I thought that because Craigslist looks like all of those websites. It looks like it was made at that time. Like it looks like the guy that made Ask Jeeves then immediately went on to make the Craigslist site.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like is this, there's no frills? Frills? Frills?
Frills. It's a no
Yeah.
frills kind of site. Yeah, for sure.
There are plenty of thrills though. If you just if
Oh,
you look
God.
around.
Yeah, you
you don't have to
depends
you don't
on-
have to go that far. A lot of
Yeah.
thrills.
You can get Denzel Washington to fuck up a dude on that site. It's crazy.
Well, 14 years ago you could.
Yeah.
You could, yeah, oh yeah, 10 years ago. What have you been up to, Geoff?
Man, I had a bunch of stuff. I have a new idea that I think is going to revolutionize the world. I had a
Yeah?
cute little thing that I discovered
Well, no.
recently that
No,
I want
go
to go over
back.
with
Go
y'all.
back
Hold
to
on.
So
that.
hang on, no, hang
We
on.
gotta
I'm
expand
getting
on
going. No, we have to keep going because there's even stuff that Geoff said you'll never believe what I did again in our
And
slide.
then-
Oh,
list.
yeah.
and I don't know what that is either.
Well, I had two very embarrassing things happen to. Well, I shouldn't say happen to me. I did two very embarrassing things to myself recently. So those are two different stories I could tell. I don't know that we need to though. We already had one really embarrassing story with Andrew admitting that he's racist against Italians in the opera.
No, no.
And so
Gavin.
I don't want to over-index on embarrassing, so maybe we'll shelve those and save them for down the road or something.
Mario's pretty cool.
I want to know what you put it in the Slack. I want to know what you did.
Yeah, you
again.
told us
you
that
put
you
it
would
in the
show
Slack.
us.
You teed it up.
Because here are things that have happened before. You've shit yourself.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
I don't think you'd be embarrassed about sharing that.
You've broken a tooth.
Here, I'm going to put a video up that Emily took. This is yesterday.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You've got to be kidding me. Dude, come on. How?
Yeah.
Why do you keep doing this?
So if you've watched the at home, you probably haven't seen the video.
So you're
especially
reattaching a
listening.
gas
It's
hose.
dropping it. The gas all over your head.
Oh
Yeah,
my god. So
I got
Going into the
I got
7-Eleven.
covered in gas.
You gotta stop doing it.
you got to stop driving away.
So yesterday,
How is this happening?
What are you doing?
Hey, man.
What's your problem? Driving for
How?
3 decades.
so yesterday I stopped at a gas station with my wife and daughter, and we started filling up Emily's car. I'm proud to say this has never happened in my car. I'm always driving her car. We were filling up Emily's car, and we decided to go in for Slurpees, and then it just took a long time inside. We were getting snacks, and when we came all out, we all just jumped in the car and drove away. And then I heard a ka-thunk, and then Emily and Millie said, "Oh my God, no." And I stopped, and I backed up, and I looked, and I had driven away with the gas hose still in the car. And this time, stuck around to see that I ripped it out of the gas pump.
Oh my God.
Shot
gonna
gas
shit my
all
pants.
over myself. Tried to put it back together, but the pressure from all the gas coming out just shot it back out at me. And then I went inside and I had to stand in line while the lady looked at me stinking of gas. And then she said, she didn't even say anything to me. I said, I made a mistake. And she just pointed to a little dude who had a bucket, like a trash can full of cat litter, and he just like shrugged for me to follow him, and he just walked up and he threw some cat litter down and he stuck it back in and twisted it. And then it reconnected, and he said, "Okay, you're good." And I went, "This happens a lot, huh?" And he said, "No." And then
That's so good.
I want to give you the benefit of the doubt because this can happen to anyone. It does happen. It sucks. It does happen. And that's okay. Geoff, you're parked at the gas pump. Like, you're like, "Oh yeah, this took a long time for us to get Slurpees."
I'll go one
walked
further.
Not to the
I didn't do it at the same gas station, but I was next door to the same gas station I did it at last time. Like, the gas stations
Branching out.
share a parking lot in an L.
I've got to ask,
Yeah.
like, what's changed? Is it? It's not a new car.
No, here's why I think it is, because there was a lot of discussion dissecting it for the rest of the day. The prevailing idea is that I have been so stressed out by Rooster Teeth closing and starting up regulation and my daughter graduating high school and my daughter going off to college and the other thing that we had that has been going on behind the scenes that we haven't ever talked about yet, which is that I moved in the process of this. I didn't want to talk about it until my house sold because I don't want to jinx myself. But the day after I found out Rooster Teeth was closing, I put my house on the market. Not in a desperation move. I explained it all in So All Right this week. It was a very tactical and smart move to try to create some flexibility in my life so that we could, if we found a house in Michigan someday, we could find it. But so in the process of Rooster Teeth closing down and us starting all this, I was showing my house off to people and living in like a model home and throwing away half of everything I have and then trying to find a new home. And then the day that we were set to sign the lease on the new home, we lost it to somebody else. And then so there was a period where we didn't have a place to live and we had to find a place to live. And then we did. And then we had to move. And that was excruciating. And I'm still dealing with selling the house. And it's just been so much going on in my head. I think I'm just overtaxed mentally. I think.
Yeah.
Or I'm losing my fucking mind.
I
That's
think
the other
that
possibility.
completely explains the first instance of this occurring. Like, I fully agree with that one. I think this was just a simple case of Slurpee enthusiasm.
I'm not done with all this stuff, though. we were leaving the other house after getting the air conditioner fixed because in the process of selling my other house while it's under contract, the fucking AC went out and I had to go over and spend 48 hours getting it fixed. So I was like, I'm still dealing with that stuff. I think I'm just, but I was also having a fun conversation with Emily and Millie and they forgot to. So
how is it 2024 and there's no like buzzer when your car is penetrated?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't be able to drive away with that in at this point.
I've never done it in my life, and then suddenly I've done it twice in the span of about 3 weeks. And
how many times do you think you'll do it?
Hope never again. Never fucking again. So that's one embarrassing thing I did. I will say, by the way, something we wanted to talk about. Way back in the day when I got, some people thought inordinately annoyed with Andrew for sending 1,000 clocks to my house. The day they were supposed to arrive was the day my house went on sale. I had an open house that day at like 11 a.m. and they were supposed to show up in the driveway, a pallet full of clock. That's why I was freaking out. And I was like, please don't send it to my house right now because it was going to ruin my life.
Yeah, I started it. First, I wish we had those clocks now. That's the first thing I'll say. Second thing I'll say is that I didn't know that you were doing that. I learned in the act of that conversation that you were moving. Or else I wouldn't have considered it. But the missiles had already been, I think, sent.
Yeah, the missiles were already fired.
Yeah, but it was fine.
A crisis was averted. It was all good. It was just very, very, very funny timing. That's why in the episode you can hear Gavin go, Andrew, you know why he can't have them right now.
I should have sent them to Gavin is what I should have done. I should have never put you in the line of fire.
No, it's fine. I love being in the line of fire. It was the fucking perfect timing. That's all.
I think we need to create something, or you need to like establish a rule that you are not allowed to leave until your car is filled. Because I think that's the problem. If you just stayed there through the whole act, then you're freed up. Like, I don't know how
I see. I can't walk away from the pump until
you have to
returned. Yeah, I should. You know what? That's a good. I'll take that note.
There needs to be like, you made the wrist pocket like a gas pocket where like you have to cuff yourself to the thing. So if you physically leave, it's getting pulled out with you at least.
I'm going to endeavor just not to physically leave, but if I can't adhere to that, then I'll invent something. But I think you're right. I think that's the solution. I shouldn't trust myself to walk inside of a gas station while it's still pumping outside because there's a breakdown in communication in my brain that happens on the way out. And it's.
I view it as like a Borderlands game, and I'm just making the numbers go up. And then I realize I have to pay what that number is, and the game becomes a lot less fun. But watching the numbers go up is always good.
I'm imagining it like every time you enter or exit a building, it's like Memento, and you don't know what's just happened. Where it's like, am I chasing this guy or is he chasing me?
Kind of, yeah.
It's like, what was I doing?
I'm a bit of a Guy Pearce.
Better drive off.
The other embarrassing thing I did to myself, I actually did last week, and I fucked it up in the episode when we were recording Regulation. Right before we recorded last week, I went through. I had some spare time, and I've just been having like fun making thumbnails lately. It's just been really kind of rewarding and
you've been doing great with
for
them.
me. Like,
awesome.
thank you. But I've really been embracing it, and I always enjoyed it when we were doing face as well. But it was always like a last minute thing. And so when we found out we were shutting down, we didn't make thumbnails for the last like 12 episodes. Didn't see the point. And it's been bugging me on YouTube anytime I go to our channel and I see all those last few episodes with no thumbs. So I went back the other day, like last Wednesday or something, and I just created thumbnails for the final like 3 months of Fuckface episodes and put them all up just so it looks intentional. Like it looks like it's supposed to, right? And after that, I was kind of bummed because I was like on such a roll. I was like, man, I wish I could record the next episode of Regulation. I wish I could do the next episode of Regulation's thumbnail now, but I can't because we haven't recorded the episode yet. That's impossible. And I thought, is it? Is it impossible? Like, what if I just figured out what we're going to talk about and then I just try to create a thumbnail based around that? And then I thought, well, that's too hard to nail because we go in so many different directions. But what I can control is what I talk about. So I was like, why don't I just come up with something to talk about that's thumbnail worthy? And then I can make the thumbnail now And then in the episode, when it's over, I can be like, oh, by the way, I already have the thumbnail for this. And if I'm going to do this, I should record the whole process, and I'll make a piece of supplemental content where I'm creating coming up with a subject to talk about, then creating the thumbnail for it, and then giving myself the goal of, in the episode, naturally bringing this subject up so that then I can transition into it, and then the thumbnail's done. And then I can talk about it at the end of the episode or never talk about it and just release the supplemental content, right? So I was like, well, what am I going to fucking talk about? So I thought, here's what I'll do. I'll go to random.org, and I'll put in all the subjects from Trivial Pursuit. The main 5 subjects from Trivial Pursuit, and then I'll randomize it, and whatever comes up with, then I'll do research on that topic. So here I am hoping I get like entertainment or sports or something, right? And I get
I'm
fucking
so confused. Why wouldn't you just make a thumbnail about a gas pump?
Well, that hadn't happened yet.
Oh,
No, but I also feel like it's bound to happen. That's what I thought you were going to get, Gavin. It's going to happen again. Just get that gas pump ready.
No, this had that. The gas pump thing happened yesterday, dude. This is last week. It was less than 24 hours ago. The gas pump thing happened. So anyway, I start doing research I landed on science, unfortunately. So I was like, oh, I got to come up with a funny science thumbnail. So I started doing research on the wildest things to happen in science in 2024. And the best I could come up with is that they just are about to release 4 billion mosquitoes into the wild that are genetically altered, so that any lady mosquitoes they have sex with, they make eggs, but the eggs don't ever hatch, and it's supposed to kill out all the mosquitoes, right? Or control the population. So I thought, yeah, and I thought, like, that's kind of funny. Maybe I could talk about how unintended consequences, like they release 4 billion mosquitoes out that when they have sex, they basically create they ruin society. And I was like,
yeah,
unintended, like, what if it transfers to humans and we just have a bunch of dudes that every time they fuck, now nobody else can have kids. I thought, like, maybe I could go this way and think about like, not, is it enough to just make the mosquitoes? Should they also be hot? Like, did they have to make hot, like, George Clooney mosquitoes that all the lady mosquitoes would be into, right? And then they would want to bang these dudes, right? I don't know why I keep saying it like that. And so anyway, I was like, that's funny. I can work that out. And so I'm recording all this live, going through the random.org, figuring it all out. It's like a 20-minute video. I make the thumbnail for episode 4, which is like a mosquito with a knife and a fork. And I'm like, perfect. Now all I got to do is talk about it in the episode. And then after we recorded the episode, I was eating dinner and I thought, oh shit, I never talked about it. That is totally fucking wasted now. There's no point in ever releasing any of this content. So I made a whole fucking supplemental thing and then just completely slipped my mind when we were recording last week. And I just forgot about it.
You do realize we do this every week.
Yeah,
but it's not the same thing. It's not the same. It's ruined. I would know. It's fine.
But we wouldn't. And I feel like the point is we don't know.
I don't see how it would have been any different if you did it last week.
I would have known. I would have known.
But you would always have known.
What do you mean you knew anyway?
You always know.
Yeah, but if I hadn't fucked it up, I could be excited about it and proud of it and be like, here's an idea. But I fucked it up. And so now I just like, I can't lie to you guys. I can't like try to pull it off. I'm too honest with you. It's probably funnier that I botched it. That I fucking put my foot in my own asshole instead of just releasing a piece of content that I...
Can we please release the supplemental anyway? Because I feel like you're probably really excited about it. So
I'm so into my idea, and I think it's so clever.
So we are gonna release the mosquito content or no?
I think we have to.
I
think we must. I don't know when.
Yeah,
we should do that relatively soon.
Is it like you blindsided yourself?
Kind of.
It sounds like
kind of exactly like I blindsided myself. Yeah.
Just like those mosquitoes are going to get blindsided when the kids
I was so fucking excited to
talk about
this.
the mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I really was.
I thought you were just going to drop this week's thumbnail into the Discord.
Yeah, I thought
so blown away.
100%. Yeah, I thought it was about to happen, and we were all going to go, oh!
I was excited.
And then
I'm looking for it.
I fucked yourself.
I can't find it.
Oh, no. No, we can't even find it.
It's not like a great thumbnail.
Could the mosquito thumbnail be this week's thumbnail?
I mean, now I guess it could, but it'd be better.
Sounds
if it
like you
was-
don't want it. Yeah, but it sounds like you don't want it to be.
Probably funnier if it was the gas pump.
I like the idea of the thumbnail for this being a subject we didn't talk about.
The thumbnail for this being that says episode 4 when it's episode 5 too.
Oh,
Well, I can't find it. It's in my Photoshop file. Anyway, that's how I'm dumb. I'm dumb in those 2 ways.
I'm surprised that you didn't just bank a story that you were happy with. I love that you pursued it the way you did.
No,
It's just such an interesting approach.
the exploration of the idea was the interesting part to me. Not creating a thumbnail ahead of time to save time. Like it was more of like it would be funny if I could make this happen. And then I thought it was a clever idea. And then I couldn't make it happen because I'm stupid and I'm my own worst enemy. And then like that's kind of par for the course. And so instead of trying to recajigger it in the future to make it work in some way, I'd rather just be honest and be like, hey, look at this. Look how fucking stupid Geoff is. Thought he was smart for about 7 minutes, but it turns out he's dumber than ever, you know? That kind of thing.
See, to me, the intense, scary moment of the bit that you're saying is the story not landing as hoped. Like if it just doesn't deliver the way that you thought it would, that would be my concern. More so than like the discovery of it and the searchability. More, you are really putting your flag down that this is going to be a memorable part of this episode. And if it doesn't land, it just doesn't work.
Now, see, that's not a problem for me because I have enough of an ego that I'm confident in my ability to land the story.
Unless it's about a horse. And
Right.
A hill.
I may not
I
land
think
the
that-
story. Like, they don't all land. I definitely botched the horse down the mountain, but I had confidence going in that I would do it. That, you know, like, I'm like a 85 to 90% free throw shooter. Chances are I'm going to hit the free throw.
Part of this show is you just talking about, like, you're just burying yourself with things that I haven't thought about in years or never would have known at all.
He brought it up. He brought the
The
horse
thing I
story.
like about Geoff's confidence is I feel like a lot of the times the miss isn't as present to us as it is you. The Horse Hill story we were totally happy with. And
Yeah, no. I'm my own worst enemy, but I do feel like most of the time my misplaced confidence works out. Like, remember when I hit all the home runs? Like, nobody thought I could do that, but then I just
you
believed
killed
in myself, and then it worked. So I just tend to believe in myself. I just shouldn't always, and I recognize that. But it's easier to believe in yourself than not believe in yourself. So I hadn't hit a baseball in 20 years when we fucking did that day. I just assumed it would work, and it did.
I wonder, did you play a lot of baseball growing up?
Like backyard baseball every day, but never like on a team or anything.
Okay. Never mind then. I was going to say, I wonder, like, in your overall all-time life hitting ball stats, how much, like, if you looked at it on a chart, just did you hit more in that time period than you had as a kid?
No, but it was a lot. It was a consolidated amount of hits. Let me tell you guys about a good idea I had, though, that is a good idea, I think, that I won't fuck up. All right. Last night, I was doing that thing where I was going through my pantry, and I was looking for something to eat, a snack. And, like, after 8 p.m., everything in your house looks like dog shit. Even if you were really excited about it at like 6 p.m. when you bought it. But like from like 8 p.m. to whenever you go to bed, you're like, I don't want this. Why the fuck do I have this? There's nothing in my house to eat. I don't like anything, right? And it's only because it's your shit, right? What if you were able to flag something on an app that said like, I'm available. And then like whenever you get up for a snack, like let's say it's 9 p.m., you go to your pantry and your fridge, nothing looks good. You toggle your app, it says I'm available. You get a ding, somebody else toggled their app. It then says, hey, for the next 30 minutes, you and this stranger can switch kitchens. And then you drive to his house and he drives to your house and you can raid his kitchen for 30 minutes and he can raid your kitchen for 30 minutes and eat whatever the fuck you want. And then when the timer's off, you just go home because you want stuff to eat. You just don't want your stuff, but somebody else's stuff is fucking great. And your stuff has value just to everybody but you. So why not? Let's just like do it with our neighbors. Why not just go over to your neighbor's house at 9:30 tomorrow night, knock on the door and say, go to my house. I'm going to hang out in your kitchen. I'll meet you back here in 30 minutes and we'll both be happier.
I feel like I wouldn't even necessarily need to raid the other pantries. I just want inspiration sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I would just want to look through them, but just take
see what's
notes
going
and be
on.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna order some of this. I'm gonna go and get some of that."
Now, are we talking like your binge? You have 30 minutes or whatever, and you can consume as much as you want, or is it like you got to pick an
you're
item?
not trying to. I assume you're not trying to like take advantage of somebody's kitchen. I think you just really want a snack, but all you have are like, I don't know, goldfish crackers and pretzel sticks and some string cheese, and you don't want any of those things. But your neighbor might have some, I don't know, peanut butter crackers that you're like, I wish I had those. So now you can't.
My brain immediately goes to Survivor when they sometimes have these challenges where if you win, you get to go to the other tribe's beach and steal one of their items, but you tell them what you're taking. And it's like a thing where they're like, I hope they don't take this. The idea of like, you get to go to your neighbor's house and have to decide, are you going to eat the steak that they just made and leave them with like nothing? I think it's so funny. The idea.
To be
of,
fair,
like,
your neighbor toggled that it was available.
Yeah.
If they don't want to share that steak, they shouldn't hit that on the app.
I think it would always be a consensual steak.
The doors are open on both sides. It's not a thing where like you get one toggle a year and you get to decide when that is, and the other person who's opted in as well doesn't get to choose when that one hit happens.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just like
Okay.
you just flag yourself as available for anybody that's looking to snack swap.
I think it would make streets less wasteful too.
I agree. I totally agree. More stuff would
I
get
like
eaten.
this idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snack swap.
What if we all just did it with each other?
Well, then we would just be hanging out all the time, which I'm totally okay with.
We should just put all our names in a bowl, and then you pick out whose pantry you're going for, and then we'll just take an evening.
Why can't I find this stupid mosquito? Oh, there he is.
Your idea, Geoff, it's sort of similar to an idea I had that I don't know how to make work. But the best naps are always naps when you've agreed to do something, but you just don't feel like you're obligated to go do this thing, but you're comfy and you can have a nap and it's just, oh man, I would so love to have a nap right now. If there was a way to convince yourself that you could sleep through like one of those instances without any consequences and that it was actually all okay, that this isn't real, but you think it is, I would pay so much for that. Like a fake meeting type thing that I'm skipping by having this nap.
I don't know what you just said.
Have you ever? Okay, let me translate. Have you ever laid in bed
Hold on.
and you see the cheese coming down the hill?
He's doing a round of accents today. Wait,
I am,
so
yeah.
does everyone else here know what Andrew just said?
No.
That's a no from
Okay.
Nick.
I have no idea. I do not understand. I figured it was just, okay, Geoff found the stupid thumbnail.
That's a good thumbnail. I like that thumbnail.
It's just a cute little mosquito.
Let's say it is 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
and you agreed previously that you were going to go do something at 2 p.m. and you're relaxed, you're laying down, and you're cozy, and it's like, oh man, you know what? I made this obligation beforehand, but in a world in which I had no plans, a nap would be so good right now. This would be so great. I feel like the best naps are always in those instances where you can't nap because you have an obligation you need to fulfill. So you can't do it. So you have to go to the thing.
Like a pre-commitment nap.
Pre-commitment nap. I want a service that makes me believe that I have one of those that I can sleep through, but there's no actual consequence.
How would this service manifest itself?
That is the problem that I've had.
You just want a feeling.
Well, I want like something to feed me fake meetings, but the issue is I know they're fake. I need to somehow not know that these are fake meetings.
I mean, if you want, we could just go about our lives the next month, and one of the things I put in your calendar will be fake.
No, because I won't know which one it is, and that will just make me more anxious. Like, that's the problem. I need to somehow.
Wait, so you need to know.
I need to feel it's real for the nap, but because I don't want to miss the meeting. I want to spend time with you. That would take priority, but a nap is absolutely enhanced by these situations. Like it is more appealing, at least to me. And that is the problem, is there's not a world in which I can both believe I'm actually skipping this meeting while also like knowing that it's fake. I don't get the joy of like, you know what? I actually don't have anything I have to do. I can sleep. Because then I feel bad because I'm missing the get-together.
So you want it to be fake, but you want to feel like it's real.
Yes, I need it to be fake, but I need to simultaneously feel it's real.
I think it would be funnier just to sign you up for a bunch of different appointments and consultations, and not tell you,
know
about
what?
it ahead of time.
That, Geoff, you may have cracked the code. If it's stuff I don't care about for things that I have zero interest in with people I don't know, that might be the move.
But if it's low stakes, why would you even worry about it?
Because I feel like I'm like if it's you and I are supposed to hang out and then I slept through it, I'd feel like I'd let you down just for how I am. And I'd be like, oh man, I wish I would have been able to hang out with Gavin.
Well, just give me a PS5 and it will be forgiven.
I'd rather just show up. And that wouldn't solve my guilt. I wouldn't be able to buy my guilt away like that. That is not how my feelings work. I like Geoff's idea a lot. I'm gonna sign up for so many things that I'm not gonna show up to.
Like we could have like a carpet cleaner consultation, window blind.
Yeah, you're gonna get like all the quotes in the world, but never pay.
No, I can't. I don't want to waste
Sierra
people's
Club.
Time. So it has to be like group.
I'm
Just
like a yoga class
activities.
I don't understand what is going on for the last. It must be 10 minutes of this show.
So wait, when he re-explained it,
you want a feeling that you know is real, both a Schrodinger's feeling of real and fake at the same time. So Andrew, so you can take up what you think is a pretty good nap.
Well, it enhances the nap.
Okay,
it's like the sequel to Inception.
It's like icy hotting your nap.
Have you never been in that scenario where you're like, man, this would be such a great fucking nap right now, but I can't because I have an obligation?
I've never felt that.
No,
wow, okay.
never
That's
in
crazy.
my life. You're describing a feeling that I can't chase because I don't know that it exists.
Here's the thing. If we were to also do a poll about that, there are more people that feel that way than didn't know that opera had words.
I gotta say, just because the people who listen to this feel that way does not mean I'm listening to them for advice on
No, that's
anything
fair.
at all.
Are you saying that regulation listeners are a poor barometer of the human race?
Well, one of the hosts of this show didn't know what Italian was, so I don't know
I
that
know
I
what
can trust
Italian
any of these
is.
people.
I mean, I think the hosts are a poor barometer. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so what's up,
Yeah.
Geoff? You gonna take a nap or not?
I know, I don't want to get in trouble.
So after all that, Andrew, what would be a suitable appointment that you could nap before and potentially miss?
I think like
A group activity that you think is real, but no, isn't real.
no, it is. If here's the problem is that in all of these contexts, these are people I care about.
No.
Well, no, let me explain. I'm trying to explain this thought process. It's always if I have a meeting or I'm supposed to hang out with someone, I care about them. I don't want to disappoint them. If it is a group of people I don't know or care about, I'm okay disappointing this random group activity.
Who don't you like? Let's schedule some group activities with people you don't care about.
Yeah, let us know. Get us a list of people you hate, and we'll put it on the calendar.
Yeah. I want to help you out here. I want to help you achieve your ultimate nap.
Okay.
Say you were about to guest on a podcast that you didn't care about.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think.
Just think of a podcast you don't care about.
No, well, that's not true because sometimes I care about the people, even if I don't care about the
Yeah, but these are people you don't care about.
show. I don't.
You're gonna
I don't
be
know anyone- I don't know
You're gonna
anyone
be
who has a
disappointing them when you
podcast.
don't show up for bowling or whatever activity it is.
You're set to appear on Howard Stern in an hour.
No, that would be a problem. That would be no. That's.
You
Here's
wouldn't
the
take the
thing.
nap?
I feel like I'm a guest in that scenario, and that like there's some expectation where if I sign up for like bowling Sundays, nobody's gonna care if I don't show up. I don't know any of these people. These people don't know me.
You don't think
It's
they miss
fine.
you from the bowling team?
No, because I've never been there. I think that's what I need to do is start signing up for like group activities that don't matter, that will continue and happily exist regardless of my
And
presence.
to them, there's like not even a face to the name.
There's not even a face to the name. It's not like I'm failing on them.
I got it.
This is okay.
I got it. You need to go down to your local library or your local bookstore, and you
Okay.
need to join a book club.
Oh, that's the move, Jeff.
Yeah.
I should have consulted with you earlier.
You need to join a book club that meets every Tuesday at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. or whatever, and then you plan your naps right before that.
Or what
and
if you signed up
oh my
online for
God.
one of those like seminars at the Apple Store? You could
didn't.
learn like Final Cut.
No, the thing about
Hmm?
here's the thing I like about signing up for the book club is I can get multiple. It's not even just I'm missing the meeting. I could be in bed and be like, "Oh, I'm supposed to read this book, but
Yeah.
just
You
have a
can
nap
procrastinate. You've got a week of procrastination that you can dole out whenever you feel like it.
Oh, this is good. I'm Googling right now. Book clubs. I don't even need them to be my area. I'm not showing up.
is
It doesn't
crazy.
fucking matter.
This is so
This is so stupid because you know so much that if it's not even in your area, you would never even intend on going. It's so pointless. I don't understand this at all. I'm back with Eric.
Okay,
this
no,
doesn't.
you're right.
I mean,
No,
I
you
am
did.
so.
No,
No,
like,
it should
what
be
are
in
you
your
talking
area.
About?
There
needs
needs
to
to
be
be
local.
local stakes. Yeah.
Okay, June book club meeting, 3 spots left. I'm signing up right now.
Boom. There you go. You're set. Perfect. Dude, you're going to
Here's what's
sleep
gonna happen.
like a baby.
No, he's gonna feel so guilty. He's actually gonna end up reading the damn book and going.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I don't think I'm actually allowed to go to this book club, so I got to pick a different one.
Uh-oh.
Why not? Are you
There-
are you banned from that one?
It's named gender specifically in a way that does not fit me.
Oh.
Is
Is it an Italian book club? Because you are no longer on
no,
good terms with them.
I love Italy. I'm a big chicken parmesan, probably my favorite food.
Parmesan.
Did you once go in there and say that you can't read books and then you had to leave?
No, I can read. Throw some words at me right now. Fucking prove it. Whatever you want.
Oh my god. Oh
You want me
my
to say a word and see if you read it?
Yeah, go ahead. Put it in the chat. Read that shit all day. Mosquitios.
God damn it! I was copying and pasting that right now. You fucking got me. God damn it!
Oh god. Oh fucking hell. You guys like the little apple pies, the little hot apple pies you get at fast food restaurants?
Ooh.
No.
Like at McDonald's or Top Notch has them. They're fucking great. They're like, what do you call those? Like, are they called hand pies? Is that what they are?
I think so.
Like when I was a kid, they were Dolly Madison made them, and they were the ones that had the Peanuts characters on them. You know what I mean? Like you get a little cherry pie and have like Charlie Brown on it or Lucy or whatever.
I mean, I know what you're talking about, but then you started talking about Snoopy on it or whatever, and I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Oh, you don't know
Snoopy
those?
hand pies?
It might be before
No,
your
Snoopy-
time. Hold on.
Snoopy hand pies? What?
Oh,
This?
Here you go. This is my whole childhood.
Oh,
Snack
nice.
pies.
What's
I
this?
know the pies. I know what you're talking about. I've just never seen them with Snoopy guys or whatever. Also, Snoopy is not on these enough. This is ridiculous. That's like
They were
these
really
are
highlighting
bottom tier.
the human kids back in the day. But yeah, the
Boo.
cherry one with Charlie Brown was they were all good. I'll be honest. with you. But
Pineapple?
The cherry, yeah, that was good too.
Oh, interesting.
I don't
I
understand
like
why
pineapple.
peppermint patty would be on a strawberry.
What
doesn't
are
make
you
any
doing,
sense.
man? Well, they're not anymore, right? So clearly it didn't.
Okay.
They decided to sunset it. But anyway, I've been thinking about those specifically a lot lately. I don't know why, just because I loved them when I was a kid and they popped into my head. And so anytime I go to a fast food restaurant, I've been endeavoring to get the little apple pie or whatever pie they have. And I got to be honest with you guys, I think the world is sleeping on these fucking little fruit pies. I think that they are ripe for a comeback. And we should be on the ground floor. We should start getting into hand pies in a big way because they are fucking delicious and they're easy. Oh, the Hostess TMNT.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yes, that's
what I
another
remember when I was a
great
kid.
one.
Yeah,
That is great.
I do agree that people are sleeping on them. I think that the problem is they haven't changed in such a long time that you know what you're getting, and you know what you're getting is kind of like whack. Like, it's great when you're a kid and then you have one as an adult and you go, where did all the filling go? What is this? Because I got one not too long ago and I enjoyed it, but not as much as when I was child.
Is it because the child versions would be illegal now just because of too much sugar or something?
I
don't think so.
bet they're pretty close to the same. I bet the sugar is like a little different, but also when you're a kid, your like brain isn't formed, so you know this tastes like magic because you've had 7 flavors in your life. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
And most things when you're a kid, you're having it for the first time or maybe the second time, you know? So everything is new and exciting. Like I said, I've been eating them a lot lately, right? So I had one at McDonald's the other day that wasn't great, but I had one at that same McDonald's like a week later that knocked my dick off of my body. It was so good. So I think it's a bit of hit or miss, but there are still some, I'm just saying, I just want to put this out there because I want everybody to have it in the back of your head. Don't sleep on these things. Maybe give one a try sometime soon. I really do think that as a society, we're missing the boat right now.
How do you feel about savory ones?
I need an example.
Like meat and peas and all that.
Is there a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on it still?
Sure.
I'm into it. I'd be willing to give it a try. But it's definitely like a dessert in my head. But I'm okay with giving a meat pie a try.
You got 2 hands.
It's true. Very good point.
That is a great point.
Could stuff a salad in one and have an appetizer one too. Have a whole full meal.
Salad pie. It's the worst.
I tend.
I'm becoming a new kind of guy, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah?
I'm going to become a lawn guy.
You're going to become a lawn guy?
What are you doing with your lawn? I'm excited.
I'm going to mow it.
Wow.
Okay, I'm less excited.
What do you mean?
Well,
I don't. Why would that be an exciting thing?
I've been mowing my lawn for 49 years.
Yeah, it's like, hey, dude, it sucks. It fucking sucks to mow your lawn.
Really? I suddenly was looking at my lawn. I thought, I want to mow that. I want to buy a lawnmower and mow it.
Do you want to come over and mow my lawn? You can mow my lawn.
God, no. I want to mow my lawn. I immediately fired the guy who's been mowing it for the last 9 years. And
What?
I ordered a mower.
just on a whim.
Wait, what?
What?
I could have given you a lawnmower because I
really?
just sold my house. I don't need mine.
Oh,
I gave it to the movers.
Have you done it yet?
no?
It's fine.
Are you sure that you're a lawn guy?
Well, I'm going to become one. Have I jumped into this too soon?
No, you're fine. Here, you got to think about this, Eric. He finds manual labor not charming, and he loves the sun, and he loves to be out in the sun. So
Love
it's like
being
the
outside.
perfect activity.
I love power washing and like painting walls.
Yeah.
I love like finishing the square.
I understand. I mean, I get that. I
Yeah.
don't mind mowing the act of mowing my lawn is fine. It's not the act that is the bothersome thing. It is all right, well, it's Friday and I have some time. Is this what I'm doing with my time? Well, I'll put it off for a day. Uh-oh, it's Saturday. I got to do this thing. Oh, shit, I put it off for another day. Uh-oh, it's Sunday. It's only getting longer, and this is forever.
I don't think I would procrastinate that. I think I would use that as my procrastination.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll learn not to procrastinate pretty fast because once it gets out of control, it's like 3 times the work.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We are on completely different ends of this spectrum, which I love. I'm loading up procrastination. I'm throwing it on. I'm putting the weights on the procrastination scale.
I'm excited when I have like laundry to fold or something because it's like, oh, I'm going to sit down and fold laundry and like watch an episode or something instead of edit.
What are you guys watching right now?
Every Denzel movie available.
Oh,
to me.
right.
So
You've been
Roman
watching
J.
Denzel
Israel. He Got Game. I watched
That's a good movie.
The Mighty Quinn.
He Got Game is Ray Allen, right? Isn't he the one that plays Jesus
Yeah.
Shuttlesworth? Yeah.
What's another one I watch? Antoine Fisher. That movie's a real bummer when you realize it's a true story. That was unfortunate. I didn't realize it was a real thing until it ended.
Survivor just ended. It was one of the best seasons in a long time, I thought. That was really good.
I haven't watched any of it. I need to watch it.
I watched, have you guys seen that show Expedition from Hell on HBO?
No.
It's a documentary about this Israeli special forces dude who in his 60s to raise money for cancer awareness for kids that have cancer because he's a cancer survivor. He decides he's going to cross the entirety of the Amazon from one coast to the other, 5,000 straight miles. Nobody's ever done it in the history of humanity. And it's just a documentary about him being a lunatic and probably a charlatan and stealing money and all kinds of nonsense that goes along with it. It's pretty insane. I liked it.
That's awesome.
Can I propose that we watch? I want to watch something with some of you guys because I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't.
Yes.
I want to watch it by myself, but I mean, Gavin's gonna have no interest. But Geoff, I think maybe you do.
Is it Eraserhead? I'll watch it with you. I watched it with Gavin.
No.
Oh, the Clippers? Yeah.
Are you watching Clipped?
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to. Is it good?
Me neither. I want to watch it also just because I keep seeing the comparisons of the players to the people who play them.
Yeah.
And it has been like, it makes me want to watch it so bad. I really want to watch it because it looks goofy as shit. I think this is supposed to be JJ Redick.
Yep.
Oh my
Chris
God.
And Chris Paul.
Oh, well, let's have a watch party when I get home from Boston.
I really do. Like, if you want to watch that, I will sit down. We could stream it together and watch it. I would love to do that.
Lawrence Fishburne looks so much like Doc Rivers there.
You're going to Boston to watch the game?
I'm going to Boston to the game.
They're playing Dallas.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I'm going to see him. I'm going to see him. Well,
Did not cross my mind.
That's insane.
Here's
that's
why.
so
Boston?
fucking funny, dude.
Allow me to retort. First off, it's a birthday present to me from my wife. Secondly, I have the opportunity to see Boston play in the finals at the Garden, and you think I'm going to pass that up? Like, there's no way in hell I'm going to pass it up. Make no mistake about it. I'm going to Dallas to see a second finals game. I will go to 2 finals games, and if it goes to 7, I'll go to 3 and sell some blood or something. But I didn't have any say-so over the first game. That was my wife booking a trip for me for my birthday.
It just never occurred to me that you were leaving the state of Texas.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing more than that, dude. We're doing way more than that. We're going to Chicago and then Boston because my wife's sister is going to Chicago to surprise her best friend and her husband who are going to Chicago for the weekend. And they're going to do like an architectural tour on a boat. So my wife's sister decided that she's just going to get tickets and show up on the boat and just run into them and be like, oh, what a surprise. We're both here. And then, so Emily thought it would be funny if we also show up on the boat and surprise all of them. So I'm getting up at 4 a.m. tomorrow to fly to Chicago so I can get on like a 9 a.m. boat so I can surprise people.
That's so awesome.
Then I can turn around and go to Boston the next day to go see the Celtics play at home for game 2 of the finals. And then I'll turn around and come right back to close on my house.
It's like when we all woke up at 5 to surprise you in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I'm returning the favor, but to different people.
Your cousin almost flew it. Exciting stuff.
You know what I'm not doing? Guess what I'm not doing?
What?
A walking group and a sketched group. I locked in, I booked it, and I did it on our company email. So you guys know I'm busy at that time. Those are nap hours.
Nap time.
So that's going to be in our company calendar?
Yeah, it's on the calendar. At least I tried to.
So am I going to get an alert for this?
I think you should. Saturday, you're going to see it. I got it booked from 9 until noon.
That'll be the time for us all to start calling Andrew's Umi Digi and trying to wake him up.
I never thought I would have to interact with that Umi Digi so much.
Oh, all the time.
I have to interact with it
constantly.
later because I have to log into stuff. So I got to Umi Digi fucking codes after this
So
thing.
let's wrap up so we can do some Umi Digi codes.
Yep. That's the plan.
So that's forever, huh? This frickin' Umi Digi situation?
No, you're going to send me a phone.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, remember how that was supposed to happen?
One last thing as we wrap up and Gavin gets the phone ready. When we were first starting, I asked everybody what year they were born in because I was putting something together for So All Right, and I had so much fun with it. I thought I would try it with y'all or do it with y'all too. Do you guys know what the number one song in Billboard was the year you were born? Just off the top of your head.
Oh.
No.
I looked it up. I looked it up for everybody.
Okay.
Mine, 1975, the Billboard number one year-end song, or the song for the year, is unfortunately "Love Will Keep Us Together" by Captain and Tennille, which is a absolute dog shit song.
Oh boy.
How does that go?
Love will keep us together.
We'll keep it together.
It's so fucking
It's like
stupid.
Andrew doing opera. Did you
Yeah.
know? Hey, Jeff, did you know in that song they're singing words?
Did you know what songs are words? So my top three are so brutal. It's "Love Will Keep Us Together," "Rhinestone Cowboy," and "Philadelphia Freedom," which is like the only bad Elton John song.
Wow. That's
real-
rough trade, bud.
Real rough trade, real bummer. But for Eric, you were born in 1986. I knew yours
I
because
was.
same year as my wife. The number one song of the year, it's a good one. "That's What Friends Are For" by Dionne Warwick, Gladys
Dionne
Knight, Elton
Warwick.
John, and Stevie Wonder. So
Yeah,
solid
That's
song.
cool. I don't love that song, but you know, that's like it's not Captain and Tennille, so that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a great song. Nick, I think, might have my favorite of all the songs, even though I guess it hasn't aged well. Nick, you were born in 1987. The number one song in 1987 was "Walk Like an Egyptian" by the Bangles.
Oh, awesome.
Good song. Well,
Great fucking song.
Great video.
Great
Oh,
video.
yeah.
1988 is the year that Gavin Free was born. And I gotta
Hello.
say, this is maybe the most apropos song. Even the top four for Gavin are insane. Gavin, do you off the top of your head know what the number one song was the year you were born?
I don't.
It's by a fellow Brit, George Michael. It was "Faith."
oh wow.
Oh, the
Number
Limp Bizkit
two.
song? That's awesome.
Number 2 was "Need You Tonight" by NXS. Number 3 was "Got My Mind Set on You" by George Harrison. Number 4 was "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. It was a very
Oh.
Brit-heavy year.
I would say that's four
Bangers.
bangers.
That's
Yeah.
pretty. Those are pretty fucking good, man.
And I would associate you with most of those songs, except for "Need You Tonight."
I'm pretty sure I've listened to all those songs every year since I've been born.
Yeah,
I bet you have.
definitely.
And then pulling up the rear is Andrew, born in 1994. The number one song in 1994 was Ace of Base, "The Sign."
Yeah,
That is your birth song. So I think out of everybody, I think Nick probably won, and I feel like I lost. I definitely have the shittiest song. But it was fun. You should go through and look at the list of top 100 because there's all kinds of stuff in there that you'll be like, oh, fuck, that's crazy. That was the year I was born.
That is
That's
fun.
all I'm gonna think about the rest of the day.
I'll do that.
Like, "I'm the Only One" by Melissa Etheridge was on your birth year, Andrew.
Crazy.
I'm
Oh,
the
that's
only
crazy.
one.
Any opera in the top 100?
the only one.
Do you want to sing us out, Andrew, with some of your opera?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Guys, patreon.com/theregulationpod. Follow us at Regulation Pod, the Regulation Pod everywhere. Thank you so much for listening. Check out our gaming channel at Regulation Gameplay. All right, Andrew, take us out with your beautiful Italian.
Well, we lost one country today.
Yeah.